Hello, dear learners. Welcome to Team 4 of Part 1. Our topic for today is our twofold purpose. In his book, The Ignited Mind, late Dr. APG Abdul Kalam, His Excellency, our President, narrates a vision he once had. He says, it was, however, a disturbed sleep. And sometimes in the middle of it, I felt to thinking why the human race, the best of all God's creations, has been so deeply divided by violence. He was thinking, it was disturbing him. I imagined a conversation between 5 people who together symbolize the finest attributes of the human mind and whom I admire deeply. He writes, he says, through their conversation, I sought an answer to his question. In this experience, much more intense and vivid than a dream, though, for want of a better word, I shall term it that. I saw myself in a desert with miles of sand all around. There was a full moon and the desert was bathed in its light. 5 men, Mahatma Gandhi, Albert Einstein, Emperor Ashoka, Abraham Lincoln, and Khalif Omar, they stood in a circle along with Dr. Abdul Kalam. Each one of them commented on the affairs of the world and what they felt about it. Now came the turn of Albert Einstein. He said, I would like to recall my friend Werner Heisenberg's view. So what Heisenberg had told to Einstein. You know, in the West, because Einstein was from the West, of course, from Germany. You know, in the West, we have built a large, beautiful ship. Imagine a beautiful ship of those days, Titanic, for example. It has all the comforts in it. Imagine excellent, stay facilities, wonderful engine, catering, everything is just amazing. But one thing is missing from the ship. It has no compass and does not know where to go. So what is the use of such a ship that does not have a compass and does not know where to go? Einstein said, that is the condition of the Western civilization. And then Einstein said, men like Tagore and Gandhi and their spiritual forebears found the compass. Why can this compass not be put in the human ship so that both can realize their purpose? What is that compass? The compass of values, the compass of spiritual principles for the well-being of everybody. Now, that is the purpose of the ship, which is guided by the compass that we are discussing here now. Each one of us, imagine, is a ship, and without a purpose, it just wanders in the ocean, not reaching anywhere, and at the end just sinks without fulfilling any purpose. So, in the context of this contradictory interplay between the forces of light and darkness that we just discussed, on the one hand destruction, on the other hand construction, for us to remain focused, we should possess a strong sense of purpose, in fact a twofold purpose. Twin purpose. First is our personal growth, that is our moral and intellectual growth. That is the first purpose we have to focus on. And secondly, contributing to the betterment of the world. These two purposes are twins. One without the other cannot happen. Now, personal growth, when we talk of personal growth, it refers to development of our vast potentialities. When we say vast potentialities, it is those virtues and the qualities that should adorn each one of us, that should beautify us, and those talents and traits that are our unique innate gifts to be developed. The second purpose of our life is contributing to the betterment of the world, as we just said, to the betterment of human welfare. Now, to fulfill this purpose, we need to develop certain abilities and skills, some positive attitudes and moral qualities. Actually, the two purposes are inseparable. Success in one is dependent on the success in the other. That is because our moral standards shape our environment. So the two purposes, one relate to us, one relate to our environment, social environment. So our moral standards shape the environment, shape the society. While our environment, the social structures and processes influence our standards and behavior. See, we influence the environment, our society, and society influences us. So, what are the contributions we can make to promote, for example, human peace, to promote welfare, and transform the society? There is a learning activity, 4.2, for you to think creatively and respond to it. So please do it after the session. So now, to achieve personal development, we need to put an extraordinary effort every day. It does not happen automatically, friends. We get up, we do, or we sleep. It does not mean that our personal development takes place. Our efforts should be focused on a number of things. Acquiring knowledge, that is, including knowledge of our own self. Control our lower nature and animal-like tendencies, and practicing moral and spiritual qualities that are already within us. They are there. We just have to practice them, We must joyfully do this. We must joyfully become truthful. We must joyfully become honest. We must joyfully become fair-minded, as they will free us from our selfish desires. Otherwise, we remain a prisoner of our selfish desires if we don't practice these values. So our selfish desires become a prison and lead us, to becoming dependent, to becoming tied down. Otherwise, by freeing ourselves from these, we will be able to achieve real liberty. Thank you.